Welcome to the Explain Everything Demo, brought to you by the Center for Teaching and Learning. Let's start with a couple of important features. First, you'll see the Add Slides button, where you can add slides to any point in your current presentation. Next, we have the Slide Sorter feature, which allows you to sort slides throughout your presentation. To move a slide, hold your finger on it, it will shake, and you can slide it to any point in the slideshow that you would like it to be moved to. To create other options for a slide, you can hold your finger to the slide, it will shake, and the X and the 2X will appear. By clicking the X, you'll delete the slide permanently. By clicking the 2X, you'll create a duplicate of that slide immediately following that slide. And now for drawing options. If you hold your finger over the drawing options button, this menu will appear. Within this menu, you can choose colors for your drawings, thickness for lines in your drawings, transparency of your drawings by sliding your finger along the slide rule, and the pen tip option, which would give you a fade or a standard solid tip. You can see the drawing on the screen operates much like a whiteboard. If you don't like your drawing, you can use the eraser on the right-hand side to erase as necessary. The laser pointer feature can be accessed by holding your finger over the laser pointer button on the left-hand side of the nav bar. This menu screen will pop up and give you three choices of laser pointers: the small dot, the medium dot, and the arrow, which I'm currently using. The laser pointer is helpful in highlighting points of a presentation that you might like to utilize, along the nav bar perhaps, or on the screen as you go. And now for shapes and lines. To access shapes and lines, hold your finger over the shapes and lines button on the left-hand side of the nav bar. Within the menu screen, you'll see you can select a shape or line, change the color of your shape and line, set the transparency for your shape and line, or change the color of the border and thickness of the border within your shape and line. And now for some basics about shapes and lines. Within the menu, you can select a shape, place your finger on the screen, and that will start the shape size. And you can move it and change the size by moving your finger on the screen. If you don't like a shape, you click the X on the left-hand side, highlight the shape, and delete it. And now for text. To access text, go to the text button on the left-hand side of the nav bar to access the text menu. Within the text menu, you'll be able to change the size of your font, change the color of the font, and the border of the text, and the thickness. Within the text function, you always work within a text box. The text box allows you to expand the text box size using the function in the top right, change the justification of the text between left, center, and right-hand justified. You can move the text box by holding your finger over it and sliding it. This is a picture, so mine is not moving yet. And you can click the check box on the right-hand side when you're done editing your text. To insert a picture into your presentation, go to the Pictures function on the left-hand side of the nav bar to get the Pictures option box. You can choose pictures from your photo roll, which is held within your iPad, from your camera, which would allow you to take a picture in real time, from Dropbox, which is an online storage unit, and from Evernote, which is another online storage device. Once you've selected an image, you end up at the Edit Image page. From the Edit Image page, you can free select, which is an option that allows you to touch portions of the picture. For example, I'm making a circle, and if I were to click Crop, everything that I didn't touch will go away. Because this is a presentation, you can't see it in real time, but I wanted to explain what the free select function did. Rotating allows you to click a picture and rotate it. You'll notice the two arrows rotating. I'm using two fingers and twisting, and I can resize, make larger, make smaller. And then there's the undo function, which will allow you to undo any feature that you did with an edit image. When you're completed, click the done, and it will put your image into the presentation. We're now back to the home screen, where we are able to look at the picture we just edited and cropped within the Edit Photo function. Looking at the photo that we just had, I can touch it and move it around the screen. I can still rotate it, make it larger, make it smaller by moving my fingers closer and farther apart, and I can move it to wherever I want on the screen. We'll leave it right here. Remember that if you don't like any function that you did, or any picture that you inserted, you can click the X on the left-hand side, click the photo you want to delete, click X. If you don't like what you just did and what you just deleted, you click the undo, and it comes right back. Another feature within Explain Everything is bring to front, send to back. To access this function, go to the forward arrow and backward arrow on the left-hand nav bar, click it, and then highlight the picture you would like to edit. For this example, I've clicked the Center for Teaching and Learning nav bar photo. You'll notice there's 4 options. Bring to front brings the photo or object all the way to the front of every object on your screen. Send back sends the photo to the back of every object on your screen. Bring forward allows you to move a photo up one layer. For example, this photo is just moved in front of the Bowling Green State logo. Send backwards would allow you to send the photo back a layer on your screen. This function is useful if you have multiple layers of photos or screens or texts that you want to rearrange. The next feature within Explain Everything is the web browser app. To access the web browser, you move your finger over the bottom left-hand web browser app button and you receive the following option. When you click web browser, you will receive a web browser box. Once you click the web browser application, you'll get a web browser box where you can type in the address of the website you'd like to go to or copy and paste it in there. Once you've typed in your address, click the Go button and it will access your page. Once you've accessed your page, you're able to do anything you would be able to do within a normal browser. You can click on a function. You can choose from the left-hand sidebar. If you'd like to go back, you can click the back option. Or if you'd like to go forward, you can click the forward option. If you're done with the web page, remember you can go to the X button on the side. It will highlight and you can delete it. To access full screen mode, click the full screen mode button on the left-hand side. Within full screen mode, you'll notice that there's still several options. You can add a new slide, you can rearrange slides, you can draw, you can use the highlighter, you can move back a slide, move forward a slide, and return to the full nav option bar. And now for some operational features. On the bottom left-hand of your screen, you'll see the slide option. It will tell you the number of slides that there are total on the right-hand side and the slide that you're currently on in the middle. If you click the left-hand arrow, you'll go back a slide. If you click the right-hand arrow, you go forward a slide. Recording is done through the recording bar. To start a recording, press record. To stop or pause, press the stop or pause button. To go back to the beginning of a recording and record over it, click the left-hand navigation. To listen to a recording again, you can also click the left-hand navigation button. To fast forward through a recording, press the right-hand button, or to add on to a recording, you can press the right-hand button. Something important to remember is if you go back to the beginning of a recording, you can record over it, but it will always go away.